Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Hamas-led militants have released 3 more Israeli hostages after holding them for 16 months, while Israel freed 183 Palestinian prisoners in exchange. The 3 Israeli men appeared frail and in significantly worse condition than previous hostages released under the ceasefire that began on January 19th, sparking outrage in Israel. This marks the 5th swap of hostages for prisoners during the truce, which is set to last until early March. The ceasefire's first phase includes the release of 33 hostages and nearly 2,000 prisoners, as well as increased humanitarian aid to Gaza. It remains unclear whether Israel and Hamas have begun negotiating the second phase, which would extend the truce and secure the release of remaining hostages. Without an agreement, the war could resume in early March as Israel remains committed to eliminating Hamas, while Hamas demands an end to the war and a full Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. More legal challenges are mounting against the Trump administration's executive order ending birthright citizenship. A federal judge in Boston heard arguments last Friday in a lawsuit filed by 18 attorneys general seeking to block the order, with U.S. District Judge Leo Sorokin taking the request under advisement. This marks the 3rd federal court hearing on the issue in a week. Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Campbell criticized the order as unconstitutional, arguing that birthright citizenship is protected under the 14th Amendment. The Trump administration contends that children born to non-citizen parents are not entitled to citizenship, citing the amendment's jurisdiction clause. 19 Democratic attorneys general have filed a lawsuit to block Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, from accessing sensitive Treasury Department records containing Social Security and bank account numbers of millions of Americans. The lawsuit claims the Trump administration unlawfully granted DOGE access to the Treasury's central payment system, which handles tax refunds, Social Security, and veterans' benefits. New York Attorney General Letitia James warns that DOGE's involvement could jeopardize federal funds, accusing the group of attempting to block essential payments for healthcare and childcare. The lawsuit argues that granting DOGE access violates federal law and the U.S. Constitution's separation of powers. Meanwhile, the Treasury Department insists the review is merely assessing the system's integrity and that no changes are being made. Flu season is hitting its peak with the worst week yet, according to the CDC. Flu activity is surging nationwide, with 32 states and Washington, D.C. reporting very high activity levels and 11 states at high levels. So far, the 2024-2025 flu season has seen at least 24 million illnesses, 310,000 hospitalizations, and 13,000 deaths, including 57 pediatric fatalities. Health experts stress that it's not too late to get vaccinated, as the flu shot remains the best protection. The CDC recommends flu shots for everyone 6 months and older, and vaccines are available at locations listed on vaccines.gov. Skincare lovers, take note. First Aid Beauty has issued a voluntary recall of over 2,700 jars of its viral Ultra Repair Cream. The FDA says the brand failed to meet current good manufacturing practice regulations, leading to a Class 2 risk classification, meaning the product could cause temporary or long-term health issues. The recall affects the Coconut Vanilla Ultra Repair Cream and expiration dates between April 10th and 11th, 2026. Sold at retailers like Sephora, Ulta, Target, and Amazon, the FDA urges consumers to dispose of any affected jars immediately. First Aid Beauty says all impacted customers have already received replacements. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. With spring on the horizon, so is the Boston Marathon, and 4 Braintree residents are running to fight cancer. Keith Comerford, Deidre Eschauzier, Paige Giuliano, and Caitlin Sowarda will take on the 129th Boston Marathon on April 21st as part of the Dana-Farber Marathon Challenge, joining over 500 teammates to raise $8.5 million for cancer research at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Now in its 36th year, the challenge has raised more than $132 million for the Claudia Adams Barr program, which funds groundbreaking cancer research. Many runners are cancer survivors, patients, or loved ones honoring those affected by the disease. Each participant commits to raising between $4,000 and $10,000, and supporters can donate at rundfmc.org or contact Dana-Farber directly. Braintree police are warning residents about a spike in scam phone calls, particularly those targeting the elderly. Scammers often use threats such as arrest warrants to pressure victims into buying prepaid Visa cards or sending money. One resident reported receiving a call with someone screaming for help, attempting to lure them into calling back. Authorities urge everyone to be cautious of unfamiliar calls or texts and to share this warning with friends and neighbors who may not be on social media. Common scams include IRS imposters demanding tax payments, utility scams threatening to cut power, fake arrests or kidnappings requesting bail money, fraudulent sweepstakes requiring payment to claim winnings, and tech support scams claiming a virus has been detected. If you're unsure, stop before sending money and call the Braintree Police Department at 781-843-1212. The town of Braintree is looking for helpers to assist residents in need with shoveling and snow removal this winter. Those interested in helping can submit their name and contact information to Recreation Director Brendan Croak to be added to a list of available snow removal resources. To sign up or to learn more, email bcroak@braintreema.gov or call 781-794-8910. The Thayer Public Library is now accepting applications for auditions for its annual murder mystery party set in an enchanted forest this year. Open to all teens in grades 7 through 12, the event features 7 fairy tale themed roles to fill. Participants must be available for 1 rehearsal each in March, April, and May, with the final performance scheduled for May 29th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. Volunteer hours will be given to all who take part. For more information, interested teens can contact Courtney Trudeau at ctrudeau@braintree.ocln.org. The Braintree Senior Center is hosting a variety of activities for residents aged 60 years and older this February. Regular events include Fun Movie Fridays at 1 p.m. and Learn to Play Pool with Kathy every Thursday, open to both men and women at 12:30 p.m. Special one-time events include a special Valentine's Day celebration with a singer-musician-entertainer on February 14th at 1 p.m., bingo on February 19th at 1 p.m., and on February 20th, the center is hosting a Lunch and Discover Your Purpose program at 12:30 p.m. To sign up, call 781-848-1963 after 9:30 a.m. Braintree Parks and Recreation is hosting a February vacation snow tubing trip to Blue Hill Ski Area on Tuesday, February 18th. The trip is open to kids ages 7 to 13 with a $35 fee covering tubing and round-trip transportation. The bus departs from 74 Pond Street at 5:15 p.m. and returns at 8:30 p.m., traffic permitting. Participants must be at least 42 inches tall, wear winter footwear, and have a signed waiver from a parent. Registration is now open. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area. Welcome. Joining me today in the BCAM TV studio is Terry Stano, Director at Thayer Public Library. I know the library has a lot going on, so I'll let you take it away.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Terry Stano, Director of the Thayer Public Library, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about a few upcoming events and share some library news. It's February, so that means school vacation week is at the library coming soon. There'll be a lot going on for youths of all ages. On Thursday, February 13th, from 10:15 to 11, South Shore musician Stephanie Chase, better known as Mama Steph, returns to the Thayer Public Library for one of her special concerts featuring music, imagination, and puppetry. Mama Steph plays the guitar and sings traditional songs for children, as well as her own compositions. She's an accomplished musician, singer, songwriter, and entertainer and craftsperson. Join the fun in our beautiful, redesigned children's room. We can't wait for a special concert by music at the Blissful by Evan Haller on Tuesday, February 18th from 4 to 5 p.m. Also in the children's room, Evan is a 6-time winner of the Boston Parent Papers Family Favorite category. His high-energy, fun-filled, interactive, movement-packed performance is great for families with children of all ages. This free concert is made possible through the state aid to public library funds. On Thursday, February 20th, from 2:45 to 4 p.m., avoid cabin fever at the library. Come make a cozy cabin with us. We'll supply the cracker box, construction paper, and decorations for inside. You make it the way you like. Meet in the stained glass tower of the children's room for ages 5 to 9. Anytime during school vacation week, you can drop into the children's room to explore activities that are always available, such as make an easy sledding craft, try this month's Seek and Find activity, play educational games on our R Learning Station, or borrow some books to take home. The children's room offers drop-in play from 10 to 12 every Friday morning. During school vacation week, this event will include games and activities for older children as well as the little ones, and will expand into Logan Auditorium. Teens have not been forgotten during school vacation week. On Thursday, February 20th, from 4 to 5 p.m., meet in the teen room to create sand art in a bottle to take home. This program is free and open to ages 12 and up. The library will be closed Monday, February 17th for President's Day. We will reopen regular library hours on the Saturday before and the Monday after. Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The library's Author Hour in Massachusetts continues all month long, and you don't have to come out in the cold for it. This is a series of virtual author talks featuring some of the publishing industry's top trending writers in partnership with the Tewksbury Public Library. The webinars are held from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Zoom. Registration is required in order to receive the Zoom link. You can register through the online event calendar, in person at the reference desk, or over the phone at 781-848-0405, extension 4417. The Author Hour in Massachusetts series of talks is being promoted by more than 50 Massachusetts public libraries. Please visit our event calendar at thayerpubliclibrary.libcal.com and search for Author Hour to see our complete lists. English Conversation Circle now meets weekly on Saturday afternoons from 3 to 4 p.m. This is an opportunity to practice English conversation skills with other English language learners in the supportive and friendly environment of the library. Best for intermediate to advanced speakers, but beginners are welcome. Conversation Circle is a free program offered by our librarians. It is open to all. No registration is necessary. I'm pleased to announce that the library has microphones that work and a new sound system now. A big thank you goes out to BCAM, who had put the original system in at the library 10 years ago and has replaced them for us this month. The microphones get used often for talks and other programs, so we really appreciate BCAM's funding and installation of a new system. For more information about all our events at the library, please visit www.thayerpubliclibrary.org. Pick up a print calendar at the library or call the library at 781-848-0405 or email referencedesk@braintree.gov. And don't forget to sign up for our monthly newsletter at thayerpubliclibrary.org events.
Thank you so much for being in the studio with us today, Terry. Again, that was Terry Stano from the Thayer Public Library, and we'll be right back with more on Braintree Today. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Despite recent snowstorms, parts of Massachusetts are in a drought. The state's Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs reports that the central and northeast regions are facing a level 3 critical drought, while the southeast, Cape, and Islands are at a level 2 considered significant drought. The Connecticut River Valley and western regions remain at level 2 and level 1 respectively. EEA Secretary Rebecca Tepper warns that below-average precipitation is straining water systems and urges residents to conserve water indoors and follow local restrictions. Since August, Massachusetts has seen an 8 to 13-inch precipitation deficit, with recent snowfall and rain falling well below normal levels. The city of Quincy is taking its fight against the Long Island Bridge rebuild to court, challenging a key state permit granted to Boston. The bridge, originally built in 1950 to connect addiction treatment centers on Long Island to Quincy, was deemed unsafe and demolished in 2014. Boston announced plans to rebuild it in 2018, facing strong opposition from Quincy. Last month, the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection approved construction plans, but Quincy filed a lawsuit in Suffolk Superior Court, arguing that Boston's plans relies on deteriorating concrete piers with inadequate structural testing. Quincy officials also raised safety concerns, citing the lack of collision protection in the new design. Boston officials and Mass DEP have not commented further, citing pending litigation. Quincy's new $175 million police headquarters, set to open this fall, will feature two 10-foot-tall bronze statues of St. Michael the Archangel and St. Florian, the patron saints of police and firefighters. The statues, costing $850,000, were commissioned by Mayor Thomas Koch and sculpted by Sergei Elyanbekov, the artist behind several other public monuments in the city. The 4-story, 120,000-square-foot building, which will also house fire department administrative offices and emergency services, has faced criticism over rising costs. Currently, the total price tag, including interest, will potentially exceed $320 million over 30 years. Some city councilors have raised concerns about project expenses, but the mayor defended the statues as symbolic representations of bravery and service rather than religious icons. The statues were not included in initial project funding discussions, with Koch stating that large projects evolve over time. Quincy Asian Resources is celebrating the Year of the Snake with its 37th annual Lunar New Year Festival on Sunday, February 16th at North Quincy High School. The event, running from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., will feature traditional Asian cuisine, cultural performances, and arts and crafts for kids. The opening ceremony and lion dance kick off at noon in the gym, while food and drinks from local vendors will be available starting at 11 a.m. The festival highlights music, dance, and performances from diverse cultures, with free admission and parking available near the North Quincy T Station. State officials say bird flu is now believed to be widespread in Massachusetts, particularly in the southeast, after dozens of birds were found sick or dead in various locations. The highly pathogenic H5N1 strain has been detected in both wild and domestic birds, marking the state's most widespread outbreak since 2021. Officials are working with municipalities to test cases and safely dispose of dead birds. While the outbreak has devastated poultry farms in other states, only one domestic flock in Plymouth has been euthanized so far. Agriculture Commissioner Ashley Randall urges poultry owners to keep birds away from wild waterfowl and follow strict biosecurity measures to prevent further spread. Meanwhile, dairy farms in the state have reported 100% negative results for bird flu through routine milk testing. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in sports and entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here's Chris Kern with the latest on Braintree High School sports.
Braintree boys basketball moves to 14-3 with a 68-44 win over Weymouth and a 61-44 win over Needham. They go on this week to play home versus Milton and at Lynn, while the girls extend their win streak to 12 with a commanding win over Weymouth 60-31 and a hard-fought win over Needham 48-46. Let's see highlights from that Needham game. This was a game of quarters. Both teams came out the gate shooting, leaving Needham with a 2-point lead coming out of the first quarter. Braintree then was able to come back in the second. Braintree left the second quarter with a 3-point lead. As usual, Braintree's third quarter was huge. They outscored Needham 13-7, giving Braintree a 9-point lead. Needham then held Braintree to only 7 while they scored 14 in the fourth, but they were unable to make the final push to win the game, giving Braintree the win by only 2 points. They go on this week to only have one game, at Milton. The boys hockey team was able to string some wins together this week, moving to 8-7-2 on the season, with 2 wins both 4-2 over Weymouth and Needham. Their game this past week versus Concord Carlisle on the 9th was postponed, but they go on this week to play home versus Milton. While the girls have had a tough go at it, losing 3 of their last 4 in one-score games, while their game against Needham was hard-fought, they lost by 2. They go on this week to have one game at Milton. You're able to catch live and rebroadcasts of some games on BCAM TV, Comcast Channel 9 or 1073 for HD, Verizon Channel 28 or 2128 for HD, our YouTube, BCAM TV, or our website, bcam.tv. Let's send it back to Martha in the studio.
Thanks, Chris. Now, this week in entertainment, we have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch. First, Back in Action follows former CIA spies Emily and Matt, who are pulled back into espionage after their secret identities are exposed. The film stars Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx. You can watch Back in Action now on Netflix. Up next, Unstoppable follows the life of Anthony Robles, an NCAA wrestling champion who was born with one leg as he goes from Arizona high school wrestling superstar to undefeated college national champion. The film stars Jarrell Jerome and Jennifer Lopez. You can watch Unstoppable now on Amazon Prime Video. And finally, We Live in Time follows a talented chef and a recent divorcee who, after an unusual encounter, fall in love and build the home and family they've always dreamed of, until a painful truth puts their love story to the test. The film stars Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. You can watch We Live in Time now on Max. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128, and you can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.